his mentors and benefactors. You know, the way he talks about the elder Bamanga Tuku, talks about other people, and the way he stood by the Waziri, come reconcile. It was something that, you know, even though himself was royalty, but he was still loyal to royalty. So I give it to him. The country has lost so much, Africa has lost so much, but you know, dead bones will rise again.
Amen.
There are benefits of working with people at the upper layer or at the lower layer. You will learn a lot of wisdom, you will learn a lot of skill, you will learn a lot of tolerance, you know, that you don't have. At that young age, working with those top brass of the Nigeria, let's show Yaradua, Biola, and Co., who is younger by age, you can understand what he really took out of them. Because a smart person will always pick from those that are senior to him, and he will inculcate it into his own system, grew it up, and then expand it. You know, most of if you have a very large heart, it's easy for you to expand, accommodate others, build bridges, and it's easy to get the target right and get it done in a very needful way. High Chief Raymond is a very smart person. He's a wealth creator. He's a very genius in bringing people together. I could remember vividly, like I've mentioned before, when we used all effort, we've been part of all PDP reform committee, it didn't work. And then of course he met me at home, he said, what do we do? I said, look, let's break their board. How? I said, let's assemble some of the best Nigerians, start having meetings, like to form an alternative to PDP. And that's how we started. We generated the first 20, 30 names. We had meetings and then the momentum continues. So we put Professor Aderon chairman, Mantuko chairman, and that's how we drive the process. And then PDP was in jitters. That look, these are threats to PDP. They were saying we want to send them out. They were so afraid. So, you know, you have to create something to ginger a situation, and he doesn't need. He uses his own resources to drive a process. You know, he makes sacrifices. It's not everybody that have that mindset of, look, let me use my resources, even if I'm not going to get it back. He make that sacrifice. You have a great heart of making sacrifice to achieve something. Look, this is like a miracle, like I've said. If you know AIT, how he moved to Abuja here, how he started, at the point he's the one.
You about times when he would go out, I think on one of those occasions, the car developed a problem. And while some of the people with him were forming big men and whatever, and, you know, he just flagged down an Okada rider.
Yes.
Climbed. I said by the time they got back to the hotel, he was already asleep.
Yes.
And that was the humility. I mean, a lot of people in his class would never have.
He's a very humble man.
Climbs the Okada
Can't
and
take
does
that
anything.
away. Very humble man.
I think they're getting to the house now. Getting to the house now. I saw the coffin moving a while ago.
This junior sitting down?
That's his son. Oh, that's the coffin behind them now.
Yes.
Already in the house. Ready to inter his remains.
Yeah, but you died the way you were born, and you never got any education, you never went beyond your community, you never added anything.
Impact.
Oh, nobody will know you. But it is leaving your comfort zone, doing the hard things that people always thought were not possible. When you make the impossible possible, then people remember you as a genius. You know, he'd be able to, he never chased after vanity. He lived very well. He was a big man, put it, king of boys. But it was the kind that had the...
Yes, like the junior is the one driving the truck that is turning the coffin. Yeah. You can see the love.
Crying, said, you don't understand.
Yeah.
I knew this man when I was about 10 years old. We lived in the same compound. We ate from the same plates.
Yes.
So for him, it was the death of an elder brother, somebody who tutored him in some way as he was growing up.
We are all very close. Myself, himself, Nuhu Ribadu. A lot has happened. You know, a lot of water have gone under the bridge. You know, good memories. You know, of wonderful relationships.
You know, that was one special thing about him. If you ask, you notice that in this organization, people are not just mourning the death of a boss. They are mourning the death of a father, a friend, a confidant. He was so many things to so many of us. And the amazing thing is that he had a personal, a one-on-one relationship with every single one of us, including the ones you could call the cleaners.
Yes.
You know,
every
one of them has shaken his hand, has eaten with him.
Yeah, someone in Kaduna was saying
so
that
amazing.
he was recruited.
Aspect of journalism. Well, one of our best non-linear editors here too came in as a driver, not even a big driver, I mean a rookie driver. Today he's one of our best ENG editors.
No.
There are so many of them like that.
That's a talent
the man in
hunter.
Ebonyi State came in as a copy typist, you know those
Yes,
typewriter
the old typewriters.
of those days.
Yes.
Today he's the correspondent, he can edit, he reports, he does a whole lot of things. He gave opportunities.
He did,
to
he did,
men.
That was a talent
he did,
hunter.
he did. You can't take away that from him. It's a big loss. There's no debate over that. There's no dispute over that. It's just that we have to struggle to get somebody like him again. You know.
Can we really get somebody like him?
There are a lot of
Somebody who
people
will
doing
come
that,
in
but-
his own way.
Well,
Yes, but people should develop themselves. There will,
Of course.
there will still be people better than him.
yeah,
Indeed.
human beings have
But Nigeria lost a
impossibilities.
Ganifa Wemi. We haven't found any in that much up to now. Have we?
I'm sure the younger generations are coming up well. The only thing that I don't know, you know, background has a lot to do with some of these things we're talking about. You know, the home training, how you come up, how you've been guided, have a lot to do with this. Unfortunately, the younger generations are a little bit more desperate. They're not being
Too much in a hurry.
too much in a hurry, unlike others who have followed the process, the guidance, the training to get to where they have gotten. But the ones that are coming have more opportunity in terms of exposures and what have you, but then also they are on a very high speed. So all those things need to put together, you know, in terms of this kind of stabilization that we are talking about. But I strongly believe that the younger ones are coming brilliantly well, and they understand the essence of investing in their fellow human beings, you know, to also leave a legacy behind.
Maybe.
So that brings us to, you know, prayers for Raymond Jr. and also giving him the support that he needs at this time as
And
the
his
chair of the
brothers.
company to be able to run the affairs of DAAR Communications PLC. He's there. I wouldn't say he's seen everything he needs to see. He's also, he's been tutored in the way of how broadcasting should go. And we're praying, we're hoping the support will be there. The experience his father has shared with him on, look, this is how this thing should go. And the contacts, especially for those of you who have worked with the father at this point in time, the expectation is that you won't let go of those
You
who
rally
be-
around the sun.
Exactly, and all
Maybe
the
I can
top
speak
management.
about Raymond. He's somehow a carbon copy of the father. He's extremely very intelligent, very calm. He's not an erratic
More
person.
reserved.
He's more reserved. He watches, he calculates, he takes decisions very carefully. I'm sure he followed the father's way of managing a lot of things, and that helped him a lot. And like I was saying, when we were busy in the field, then there was this issue of him stepping down. That is the High Chief Raymond, the idea of Raymond. We supported, and I told him that, look, it is important to do a transition. Let him grow up with the system so that we too will build the political base while he's running the organization. From that period to now, it's quite a number of years.
Yeah, 9 good years.
9 good years. So knowing the system, going the system, and the actors, you people in the field, knowing the character of everybody, it's easy to bring everybody together. I believe anybody who believes in what the Brazil have left behind, and then grooming of the children. Most of the children are working here at the station.
He has his brothers to stand by him.
Yeah, so he has his brothers to work, and they should support him 100%. You know, jiggle the entire place, make it more stronger, more vibrant than even the father, because the prayer of every parent is for their children to do better than them. So I believe Raymond knows
people within.
When his sons.
Cousins, his sons,
And
yes.
assistants.
So, when you tutelage under a champion, you know, you may not be like him directly. You may be thinking you are less than him, but something will happen. I'll tell you, many years back when we started Ovation Magazine, we used to have a friend who is the son of